What's good, people? How y'all doing out there? It's your boy Kelvin back at y'all, man. With BTB, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Hope y'all well. Drop a quick little audio. So, as we know, man, last week or so, this dude, Tom, whatever, Haperchat, I don't even know how to say the dude's name, bruh. He, this writer, he came out, he said some things about Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, and of course we know this dude is a LeBron fan, LeBron groupie, and they do anything they can to try to discredit Michael Jordan with this stupid GOAT debate when there really is no debate. And so this guy, you know, he wrote this article about somehow trying to discredit Michael Jordan's Defensive Player of the Year that he won in 1988, which is ridiculous, man. It's almost 40 years ago. And he trying to go back and try to discredit what Michael Jordan earned for almost 40 years ago. And so what he doing is he trying to do this to try to tear Michael Jordan down, to bring him closer to LeBron, because LeBron has never won a Defensive Player of the Year. You know, him and Nick Wright and other people, they whine and cry about LeBron in 2013 being robbed of Marc Gasol or whatever. But, you know, some of the advanced stats show that LeBron didn't deserve it, so he ain't win. So, for whatever reason, you know, he went and picked out these 6 or 7 games or whatever during the 1988 season. And I didn't read this dude whole articles. I don't, you know, whatever the hell he talking about is garbage. I don't even want to waste my time reading all of it. But from what I get, the gist of it is these 6 games Michael Jordan played at home, he feels that the stat keepers inflated Michael Jordan's steal stats. Okay. Now, what I did, you know, I went and looked up the NBA, you know, the rule book and what they consider how you get credited for a steal, to try to get a better understanding, because these games he's talking about are not online, but there is one game that's online that I did see, and I see a few comments of people talking about it. And after reading the, you know, the rule book of how you get credited for a steal, I can see how there can be some confusion. Okay, so these are the ways you can get a steal, okay, real quick. Of course, offensive team pass the ball, you jump in front of, you steal the ball from in the air, intercept the ball. Players dribbling, you take the ball away from, you get credit for a steal. Also, you can get credit for a steal if you tip or deflect the ball and it's done in a controlled manner where you're trying to tip it or deflect it to a teammate. And it has to be in a controlled manner. That is what it says in the rule book. That is my interpretation of that and what I can see. And when you do that, it's done, it's tipped, the ball is tipped or deflected, or the pass or dribble or whatever, and it's done in a controlled manner, and you're doing it to a teammate, then you're credited for a steal. Also, the last way, and this is where the gray area is coming in, it's kind of up to interpretation of the stat keeper or whatever. But let's say a player deflects a pass or whatever, or a dribble, and it's not done in a controlled way. It's like a non-controlled tip. And they say you deflect the ball and the ball is just bouncing in the middle of the floor. Well, the person who deflects it or tips it, if they don't run over there and grab it, and one of their teammates runs and grabs it, the teammate is credited for a steal. And so when you see this and you see it with your eyes and you're watching the game, even today in the modern time, you thinking that, okay, the person who actually knocked the ball out or deflected it or whatever, you're thinking that that person is getting credit for the steal, when actually it's not. It is the person who runs and picks up the ball, because just tipping it or deflecting it, you're not getting credit for any kind of official NBA stat. A deflection or a tip on a pass or a dribble or whatever is not an official NBA stat. You know what I'm saying? I know it may seem unfair, but that's the way the rules are written up, and it is what it is. So, I know that Scottie Pippen, he wrote something in his book or whatever, and that's floating around where he has a quote saying that, you know, well, if I deflect the pass and, you know, and the ball is sitting there and Michael Jordan runs and picks it up, why is Michael Jordan credited for a steal? Well, according to the rule book, that is correct, because it was not considered a controlled tip or a controlled deflection where you're intentionally trying to deflect it to a teammate. You know, it has to be intent. So that is where the gray area is coming in. So it's two things. Either the guy, Tom Haberchat, whatever his name is, if he actually watched these games, or these stat keepers, I think they say there's supposed to be some stat keepers or whatever. If they watch them games, they're not getting a clear, they don't understand the rules correctly, or B, they understand the rules and they're throwing it out there so that if a common fan sees it and they just sees it with their naked eye, they'll think, oh, the scorekeepers were inflating the stats, when that is not the case. So, like I said, there is one game that's on YouTube. It's the game where the Bulls play the Celtics. I think it's March 18th, 1988. I think that's the date. Don't quote me. So there's a couple plays on there I see that a few people are commenting on, a few people that's watching. And I don't think they understand the rules either. Like, specifically, there's two plays where Jordan is credited for a steal. And according to the rule book, it is correct. But when you see it with your eyes, you would think the other player is supposed to get credited for it. The first play is where Larry Bird is coming off a pick, and he's going up for a jump shot. And at the last second, he turns, he's trying to pass it to one of his teammates. And one of the guys from the Chicago Bulls tips the ball. And when he tips the ball goes in the air. So when the ball goes in the air, this is not a controlled tip or a controlled deflection. When the ball is in the air, Michael Jordan jumps up and grabs it. So Michael Jordan is credited for the steal, even though he technically did not deflect the ball. You know what I'm saying? But according to the rule books, that is correct. Michael Jordan should be credited with a steal on a deflected pass by his teammate, and it was not a controlled tip or deflection. And then lastly, it's another play during this game where Charles Oakley is guarding Kevin McHale. Charles Oakley knocks the ball out of Kevin McHale's hand. It's not a controlled tip. When he knocks it out of his hand, the ball is just bouncing on the floor. And I think Kevin McHale tries to grab it. He dribbles off his foot or whatever. And when he does that, the ball is just bouncing on the floor. And Michael Jordan runs and grabs it. And Michael Jordan is credited for a steal. And rightfully so, because Charles Oakley knocking the ball out of Kevin McHale's hand, tipping it, deflecting it, whatever you want to call it, it was not done in a way where it was a controlled deflection where he was trying to deflect it to a teammate. He just knocked it out of Kevin McHale's hand, and the ball is bouncing there. It's kind of bouncing on the floor, and Kevin McHale, he tries to grab it, but Jordan runs and grabs it while it's on the floor. And so when you see it with your naked eye, you think, oh, okay, well, Charles Oakley should get credit for the steal. No, that's not how the rule book states. The rule book says a tip or deflection must be done in a controlled manner if the other teammate picks it up. You know, I hope I'm explaining it right. So, again, either that guy or whoever watched these games don't know what they're looking at, or they do know what they're looking at, and they know that the common fan, if they seen this, they won't understand it, and they will think that, oh, the scorekeepers were, oh yeah, they were indeed inflating Michael Jordan's stats, steal stats, when that is not the case. When you understand the rules, then you will see that is a correct call, because the announcer, Jim Doon, rest in peace, he was doing the game, and he knew the rule. He knows the rules, and he was saying it immediately. Oh, when the ball was deflected by Bird, the pass was deflected, and the ball went up in the air, and Jordan grabbed it. He said, it's a steal by Jordan. The other play, when Oakley knocked the ball out of Kevin McHale's hand, the ball is bouncing on the floor, and Jordan run and grab it. He says, it's a steal by Jordan, because he know the rules. He said it in real time while he's broadcasting the game. So, I just wanted to put that out there. Again, man, you have to be careful with these LeBron fans. They do any and everything to try to get people to say LeBron's the GOAT and all that type of stuff. But, bro, in the end, it's just going to backfire on you, bro. If you like LeBron, just like LeBron, and however you feel about dude, you just feel about him. You feel like he's the greatest player ever. That's you. That's your opinion. Keep it to yourself. Go away. Quit trying to lie and trick and deceive fans to try to make them feel like you do. Be your own man. Have your own mind. Formulate your own opinion and live with that opinion without trying to trash other legends and try to bring them down. To trick other people and other fans, to try to like LeBron and make him the GOAT. People have their own brain. They think for themselves. They can watch the games and they can formulate their own opinion. It doesn't make any sense. The NBA is the only sport where we got writers and personalities on TV and stuff, and ex-players that come on TV or go on the internet and constantly try to tear down legends to prop themselves up, to prop up the modern day player, and to prop up LeBron James. All this deceit and evil disseminates around LeBron James, man. And it's sickening. No other sport in America does that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a baseball fan. I've said it before. I grew up a baseball player. I played basketball also, but I played baseball first. And in the major leagues, MLB, they respect their legends. You bet not say nothing bad about their legend. You know what I'm saying? They just had to deal with the Negro League players where they're now being included with the official MLB stats. And you watch them videos of Derek Jeter, Barry Bonds, and Ken Griffey and stuff like that, who are legends in their own right, and Reggie Jackson, you know what I'm saying, Mr. October. They're legends in their own right for what they did, but you see them speaking on reverence and respect when they're speaking about the Negro League players, and they're speaking about Willie Mays, who just recently passed away, and Hank Aaron, because in the game of baseball, there is respect. They're going to uphold the name of Willie Mays and Babe Ruth and Mickey Mantle and all the legends of the past until the end of time. But the NBA, these stupid fucks, is the only league where you got recently retired players or current players or people on TV or big people with big followings on YouTube or the internet, where they will trash the legends, all the great players of the past and everything they did so the players can make the money they can make. And all they do is disrespect and try to tear down legends. And it's sickening, man. And you wonder why the NBA in America is not popular as it used to be. And you don't have the ratings and stuff because y'all do stupid, dumb shit like this dude, Tom Habershaw, whatever, and the Nick Wrights and everything like that. If you like LeBron James, hey, man, that's cool. That's your opinion. You live with it. Quit trying to be deceitful and try to trick people and make them feel like you. Nick Wright, Tom Havershaw, whatever the fuck your name is. Be your own man. Be you, bro. Be comfortable in your own skin. And quit trying to trick and deceive people to turn on Michael Jordan and like LeBron James. And quit trying to shit on Kobe Bryant and stuff like that, man. This shit is sickening what goes on in the NBA, man. It's the reason why I'm not a bigger fan like that no more, man. I watch here and there, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not a hardcore fan like that in the NBA because it's so much goddamn disrespect from you young punk writers and you young punk TV people. We didn't have that shit growing up in the NBA in the 80s and the 90s. It was always respect for the legends who came before. We didn't trash Dr. J or Kareem or Jerry West. Rest in peace, Jerry West, who just recently passed. Or Will Chamberlain or Bill Russell. You know what I'm saying? The writers during that time, when they had their time, and you know, as writers and TV personalities, and they were covering the game, they taught us about the legends of the past. You know what I'm saying? It was a mystique. And we had respect. We didn't trash the past. Now this new age generation, these young punks, all y'all do is disrespect, man. I'm tired of this shit, bro. You going back nitpicking about some damn steals from Michael Jordan for a defensive player of the year that he earned, trying to discredit the man about some funky ass steals on a few games. Nigga, get you a fucking life, dude. Get a life. You will spend your time nitpicking over games almost 40 years old to try to discredit Michael Jordan. And it wasn't for Michael Jordan, these cats today wouldn't have the endorsements and the money that they're able to make today. LeBron James wouldn't have the endorsements and wouldn't be able to make the money and all the things he have. The guy that you love, it wasn't for Michael Jordan, LeBron James wouldn't have the things he have right now, today. You gonna take your tired ass and write this long ass article trying to discredit Michael Jordan for some shit almost 40 years ago, bro? Nitpicking some games from almost 40 years ago? 36 years ago? This shit is sad, bro. It's sad, man. What's going on in the NBA, man? It's sad. You know? But anyway, man, that's all I want to say. I got a hold of the games myself. I got my own plug. I got a hold of all those games. Like I said, one of them is online. Y'all can go watch and make your own decision. I'm going to watch all 6 of them, you know, because there ain't nothing going on in the summertime. And I'll drop a video and, you know, an actual visual video going over the games. And I'm sure it ain't nothing, man. Ain't nobody wasn't trying to inflate Michael Jordan's steal stat. You know what I'm saying? It's just you cats don't understand the rules and interpretation of the rules, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be back. I got the games. I'm going to watch them myself. And I'm going to drop a video next week or so. Or, you know, whenever I get a chance to watch all games, I'll make a video. And that's that, man. But I just want to say that, man, you know, as far as the steal rules, you have to understand the language of the rules so that you'll know what you're looking at, you know what I'm saying? And even with that, it's still some gray area and it's just human subjectivity, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, especially back then. They didn't have the technology and stuff we got now where they can go back and correct stuff, you know, the computer technology we have now. Back then, a lot of it was, you know, even as good as those guys were, a lot of it was done by just human eye. And, you know, it might be a mistake made here or there, but were they actually going out intentionally trying to inflate Michael Jordan's steal stats? Hell nah, man. If you watch them games, man, you could see Michael Jordan, how great he was on defense, how quick he was, man. I talk about Michael Jordan from 1987 to 1990. Those few years right before he started winning championships, bro. Michael Jordan was so, I call him the alien. He was so alien, unearthly, quick, and athletic, and freakish athletic, bro. You know, that's the reason why he had so many steals and blocks and stuff like that, because he was just on another level. And you already had the best athletes in the world in the NBA, but he was on another level from them cats. You know what I'm saying? And so when you watch them games in the late 80s, Michael Jordan's quickness and athleticism, it just jumps off the screen. And he was by far the best perimeter defender. And rightfully so, he had a chip on his shoulder because he should have been on the all-defensive team the year before. And maybe should have won Defensive Player of the Year in 1987. And so, trying to discredit a few games, talking about some steals, man, that shit ain't gonna work, bruh. It ain't gonna work. It might work with some 15-year-olds or something, bruh. Or 12-year-olds living in their mama basement smoking on some blunt, bruh. But grown, mature people like myself and others on this channel and on YouTube that grew up watching Michael Jordan, we seen Michael Jordan live and in person. That shit ain't gonna work, bruh. We know what we seen, bruh. You think you gonna change our mind? When this Tom Habashar cat, he graduated high school in 2004, you know, you probably didn't see much of Michael Jordan. I'm not sure how much he seen. We probably didn't see much. He might have seen the Wizards Jordan, but he didn't see prime Jordan. Nigga, I grew up seeing Michael Jordan in the 80s and the 90s when he was at his absolute apex. Ain't nothing you can tell me about on LeBron James. I ain't got to talk about no stats, no longevity, no championships or nothing. Nigga, I seen Michael Jordan play live in his prime, and I seen LeBron James play live in his prime. And there's no debate. Michael Jordan is a far superior basketball player. That's the reason why I don't debate with you niggas or nothing like that. Because I ain't some YouTube highlight nigga. I seen Michael Jordan live and in person in the 80s and the 90s when he was playing. Ain't nothing you can tell me about Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Nigga, I ain't got to discuss nothing else. I ain't got to discuss no stats, no championship, what awards, or nothing. That number 23 is red is a far superior basketball player than that old bullshit ass nigga out there in LA wearing 23. Or whatever uniform he ever had, he ever wore at any point in his career. It's not even close. Michael Jordan's up here at 100. LeBron James is down here at 25, whatever, on scale 0 to 100. That's far the gap is for me between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. It's not even close. That's the reason why don't even come at me debate. I don't debate niggas no more. There is no debate. I don't debate GOAT. I don't do GOAT debates no more. It's stupid. I already feel like who I feel is the GOAT, and that's that. You're not going to change my mind, so I'm not even talk to you about it. Don't even comment to me about on LeBron James or nothing, because it ain't going to work. And I know it's a lot of people out there that actually seen Michael Jordan and feel the same way as I do. Ain't nothing you can say, bro. I'm talking some bullshit about some steals in 1988. Nigga, that shit ain't gonna work, bro. But anyway, that's all I want to say, man. Salute to y'all. I'm up out here. I'll get back at you.